Hey guys, this is System, and this is SkyFactory One. Hope everyone is well, having a utterly amazing day. Let's go ahead and jump back into this pretty cool package. In between episodes, have not done too much, just a little bit. Take a look-see, kind of push forward. So down here, I went ahead and expanded our door room. So all our door walls are just a little longer, just pushed them back a little bit. And we have room for pretty much all our resources, which is pretty awesome. Actually, I haven't checked this for a bit. Do we have anything backed up? Nothing right now. That's cool. And yeah, everything's just stored up really good. Made spaces for all our ores. So we have lead, we have tin, we have copper, iron, almost 7,000 iron now. So all those ores are kind of coming in and getting stored. I'll have to set up auto crafting for that at some point, but not right away. So anyway, that is good. Outside of that, what else have I done? Not too much, actually. I went ahead and crafted up some premium here. We're going to go ahead and set up the auto crafting of some premium here in a second. So we're going to end up with these here, these infusion crystals. So I made some more of these here. So we'll go ahead and just get them done. Oh yeah, they don't stack, right? So go ahead and grab them. They're just like the other infusion crystals, except for these ones have unlimited uses, which makes them really good for auto crafting, right? So I guess that's going to be what they're used for. Outside of that, I think I did a couple books in here too. So I've been crafting up a little bit of enchanted books, but it takes a little bit of time to do it, and I don't have a proper way to do it right now. I'd have to have like a chest here, one to pull, one to push, but I've just been doing it manually, just popping these in here. Oh yeah, I meant to put these speed upgrades here in here too, because I think it'll make it faster. I think we need one on this one, and one on this one here, right? Actually, I think you do it this way. I think you have to use it right here. There you go. That should make it so it can move the liquids quicker, hopefully. Is that going faster? Yeah, that is way faster than it was going previously, but see here, you get really good books, like Venom 3. I think that makes it so we can poison enemies. Knockback 2, Disarming 4. So, yeah, really, really good stuff. I think they can have up to 5 enchantments on them, too. So, it's a little random, right? But I think the max level is 5 that you can get out of these particular ones. But you need 28 buckets for each enchantment. And you just get really, really good enchantments out of these. So, that should start up one more time. Then we'll go ahead and jump to something else here. I want to go ahead and, like I said, set up auto crafting for the Imperium. We're going to use these sequential fabricators to get that done, and should not be too bad. Smite, I guess you can get bigger books. That's a really good one. Protection 5 and Smite 6. I'll definitely be using that one later on, but anyway, I'll go ahead and toss these into a chest right now. Get to that later on, and I'm going to set up these sequentials probably right here, I think is probably the idea. So we can actually go into our bag. Well, we need some more energy cables, so let's actually grab those real quick. Sweet, that is not our crafting grid. This is, let's go ahead and grab that there. Grab a recipe of them. That's cool. Then probably bring these across there. And they're going to sit in this little area here, right? So this one we had, I guess I did a little testing on this one to see how this one worked. Because I haven't really used these sequentials that much, actually. So let's go ahead and do that. Pop that out. And get this kind of configured here. So this is going to be what we do. Let's go ahead and grab at Mystical. Sweet. We need 4 of each of these. Going to set up the recipes. So for them, and for those there. Then we're going to just kind of program the recipe that we want to produce, right? So this one will be for the Prudentium. Just click the check mark. Then I can put, I believe, the Prudentium in there now. No, I got to put in the Imperium in there now. Then a crystal. There you go. We'll start crafting it out, and that's exactly what it does. So super simple, super easy, and then we'll just have to kind of push it down the line, right? So on this one here, I guess we'd have to set the export on this one first. Let's go. There, that should be good. Auto input, auto output. This one would be the same. So input on that side, output on that side. There we go. Might as well get them all configured first, I guess. So let's do that. Sweet. And then input and then output on this one will probably be the top. There we go. So side should be all configured on all of these now. You may notice too, it's not pushing the Prudentium over in this one. That's by design. They actually have these things set up so they'll only accept the items that are actually in the crafting recipe, so you don't have to worry about them being filled up with nonsense they don't need. Also, they won't even take the items until you hit that check mark, actually, so had to wait there a second. But anyway, pop that in there. And there's our second one. Go ahead and head to the third one there. I keep trying to put the stuff in the buffer, knowing that I can't do that, but anyway, let's go ahead and do that. Sweet, hit the check mark. Now we're allowed to put stuff in the buffer, so let's do that. Do that there. I'll craft that up. Then we just need to do kind of the last one here. So super simple, easy way to do this. It's just instead of using the one machine that we usually do, we have to use, I guess, 4. So not that big a deal. There's also the other one there. What's that called? The crafting machine. You do it with this one too. So this is another option. So you could kind of link 4 of these, but these ones can push and pull through their sides directly. So it makes things a lot easier. So anyway, that's good there. Then I guess we have a ender chest that I had kind of ready right here. Let's go ahead and break that puppy. Probably go ahead and pop that on the top. And then the stuff get deposited in here. I'll have to set up a drawer for that. But we also need to go ahead and set the import of the Inferium itself. So we're going to use one of these here. So a GPS data. We're going to use it on this particular machine. Then we're going to use a item transfer node to actually move the items as opposed to a ender chest. That's because these only have a 1 stack buffer, where ender chests have a entire chest buffer, right? So I need to hunt down Inferium. There you go. Head over here. Then was it this one here? Yeah, it was. Let's go ahead and grab this here. I need item transfer, pop that there. GPS data, we'll put that there. And then I guess we just need a item cable, right? So let's actually grab at the fluid system. Let's go ahead and grab an item right there. That is completely wrong. I don't even know how I got it all the way over there. But anyway, let's just put it there instead. And then I guess we just need a wrench, right? So we have one right there. Pull that into there. Don't hold shift when you do that, because that is the derpy way. Do this here. And then we should see it go in here, hopefully. Oh, I pulled that from the wrong direction. I'm doing it backwards, actually. We want it to go from here, to there, right? So it goes into here, right? So that should be working now. So we head up here. This should be pretty much fully automated, hopefully, as long as this is set to input on a side here. Maybe it has to be a specific side. There you go. It has to come in through the bottom, apparently, for whatever reason. But that's fine. We turn off the rest of the sides, so we don't have to worry about anything there. But you can see it's just starting to autocraft all the stuff. It's going to go all the way up the line, and then get turned into this here. That's going to get stuck in the chest here. So that handles our Supremium autocrafting just like that. We will have to do the refined storage part of it here in a couple minutes, but this part of it is already taken care of. I'll just use this as the space for it. And yeah, we'll just get all of our Inferium turned into Supremium super quickly and super easily, right? So really easy way to do this. It probably is the best way to do this. Okay, now that we have our autocrafting set up to turn the Inferium all the way up to Supremium, you can actually see that it's actually burned through most of our Inferium already. It's already gone through 15,000 or so of it, and it's going to end up just waiting for it to come in through the system, which is what I want. We need to be able to still make this stuff here, like the different levels of it, right? So we need to be able to make that on demand. We're going to do that with refined storage, and then we're going to downcraft it from Supremium to the lower levels without having to use an infusion crystal. And that's kind of like the main point of this setup anyway, because refined storage and AE2, both of them, they're both really bad at handling items with infinite durability, like the infusion crystal. So it makes it really, or even like partial durability, it's just not good at managing it all. And this is a way easier way of getting around it. This is why most people do this kind of setup at this point, because it's really derpy. But anyway, let's go ahead and turn it to that there. That's good. And yeah, I made us a pattern grid. So the pattern grid is super simple. It is right here. There you go. Just that there. So you make your grid, add these things here. You need a pattern, so which is easy. And then I also have a crafter here. So this here, so that's going to hold all the recipes. That's going to be, I guess the system is going to be auto crafting. So what we want to do is grab our pattern that we want to make. Just put it in there. System is automatically smart enough to know that this is a valid recipe. So it knows 1 Supremium can be turned into 4 Imperium. We'll make that recipe. Then we'll go ahead, I guess, and put in this one here. There you go. That is recipe as well. Then the next one would be the tertium. To that, there's our prudentium. And just in case, if we ever need it, right there, we got ourselves Inferium as well. There we go. We already have our 4 recipes kind of all set up and ready to go. So if we go down here now, find a spot for this crafter. Doesn't really matter where it goes. We'll just put it right here for right now. Notice that has a good amount of slots there. 1 row, so 9 slots. Pop that stuff in there. We should be able to craft this stuff now. So if I want to make a Supremium, do I have it set to items only? Maybe I do. Do I have it on normal? No, I want it Imperium. There you go. Hunt that down. We got 19 in there. Let's pop that out. Tell it to make 20. You can see there. It's going to try to make the 20. It's going to take 5 of the Supremium to do it. And that should just take a second there, right? So that's super good. And that's super simple. Now we can go ahead and craft that stuff to any level we want without the use of the infusion crystals at any time we want. Also, I know some people are going to mention this, so I should bring it up too. Some people are going to say, system, craft those into blocks first. So they're going to say, you know, craft the Inferium into blocks and then do the auto crafting from there, right? So if we go to, I guess, the Inferium here. Check this out. Everyone always tells me to do this. I don't like doing it, but I'll explain why. So craft into these blocks and you go to use on them, then craft it up to the next level. Into the, you know, each level with that, right? So using the blocks as opposed to the individual essence. The main reason I don't do that is because then you have to downcraft it. I'd have to have another recipe here, right? Which means more operations for mine storage when I actually want the item. So I'd have to have recipes in here for the blocks, as well as recipes here for these as well. So depending on what you're doing and how many you have, you want to make sure the system has these 4 recipes plus the 4 block recipes. It just ends up a mess. Why am I going to add the load on the refined storage system when I want the stuff as opposed when it's doing it in the background? You know what I mean? So I don't personally like doing that because there's not really a lot of uses for the blocks, except for I think like making the soils and stuff, right? So we go to Inferium here, check that out, go to, I guess, use, right? Is there an actual use for this stuff? I guess for the furnaces, but you'll do that so limited it won't matter. And then, yeah, there's no other use for it. So no real reason to even put in the block form. And you're adding the processes on the side when you actually want it, as opposed when it's just being done in the background. My system won't even be able to keep up with this anyway. It'll be done this backlog. I won't have to worry about the individual essences anymore. It's going to craft it as it comes to the system. So much better way to do it, not in blocks. Just saying, throwing that out there. So I think the next logical thing to do here is take that Supreme we got, right? So we got a whole bunch of this now, which is awesome, and use it to upgrade our farm here, because we can actually use this to vastly upgrade it. You see here I've already done one, but I'll go ahead and get these cleared out there. There you go. And start just using this stuff on the soil, just all willy-nilly, right? And yeah, it should be pretty awesome here. We're going to get much more output out of this. We'll be able to look at it once we have a seed planted here in a second, I guess. Actually, I have one on me. Let's go ahead and see here. You get 300% Inferium, then a secondary chance of 10%. So here you get 3 Inferium every one of these growth cycles. So it's going to end up growing really fast as opposed to what it was doing before. And we'll be able to increase upon this in the future. But for right now, this should be more than enough to handle all of our needs for Inferium for most of the pack. Anything I pretty much do past this point will be pretty much for lulls. So anyway, really awesome and really sweet. But anyway, let's go ahead and do this here. Get this all down. It is a crazy red too. I need a little bit more, but that's fine. But yeah, we should start getting, I guess, the premium really quickly. Let's just go ahead and plant everything where I have, I guess, red soil here right now. There you go. Finally watered itself too. Drives me crazy when it doesn't water itself. But anyway, oh, I almost jumped into the void too. We don't have this one. Let's go down here for a sec. Sweet, and grab ourselves some of these seeds. It's actually kind of hard to get seeds out of here. There you go. Sorry for that. I know it was probably hard to look at, but you can't hold shift with this thing and kind of just levitate in the air like you can with rate of flight. Although it won't be too long before we're able to get rate of flight now that we can get some premium so easily, actually. So let's go ahead and do that. Sweet. Not there. That looks good. And how much more Supremium do we have in the system? Another 6. Let's go ahead and do that. And we are almost done. So 3 more, then we're good to go. And look at this. It's going to give us 3 every cycle now. And that's just going to make us produce all that much faster, which means more Supremium faster over time. So really good and totally awesome, actually. So in time, we'll have all the Supremium we need and start being able to actually use this Inferium and Supremium to get us all the seeds we need. And that's kind of the main point, right? To make sure we can get all the seeds and grow all the different resources that we wouldn't have, I guess, usually access to just instead of having another auto crafting method, we just use the seeds for certain things, right? So that's the thing. But anyway, we're almost done here. Have any more? We have 2 more. There we go. We can actually finish it off. That's awesome. And that's good there. So how much Inferium do we actually have in the system right now? Probably like nothing. Yeah, we just have a little buffer here. And that buffer is going to go down to 0. But in time, this will just kind of max out. My kind of plan with this too is, right? So downstairs, we have that drawer of Supremium. Actually, let's turn this off real quick. There you go. We have that drawer with the, I guess, the Supremium in it. It only has room for 2,048, at which point this will end up backed up, this will be backed up, and this will be backed up, right? So we'll end up filling up our Inferium again. Then I'll be able to put a storage, external storage on this and have access to at least a little backlog of the Tertium, then a little backlog of the Prudentium and the Imperium as well, right? So we'll have a backlog of all this stuff on top of everything else, right? It won't be a big backlog, but in time, I'll have to do virtually no auto crafting at all in the end. It's going to take a little bit of time to get the 2,000, but you see there how fast we already got the Supremium, right? I already got 4, and that drawer only has 2,048, so maybe a few hours, and then at which point, we'll never have to auto craft again, probably, unless I do a massive batch or something. So yeah, really good setup here. And this is going to actually, once I get this moved to, so this entire field is going to get moved to another platform too. probably in between episodes, I need to make a platform for this. I need a platform for our mobs. I maybe make a platform for our processing as well, or I may just leave that inside the base. I guess we'll figure that out. But I definitely need one for farming, and I need one for our mobs, because I don't want them right beside my base, because these are the biggest lag producers that you're going to have in your world, between the mob farm and that. And we're probably going to end up with like 4 or 5 mob farms in the end. So I'm going to go ahead and try out something I've never done before. And it's called an XP solidifier. It's from Mob Grinding Utilities. And it has some neat stuff we could do. I do want to try it out. So I want to go ahead and grab this. This is the solidifier itself. Solidifies fluid XP, requires an additional XP mold, and fluid XP in its tank can be configured to export horizontally. Speed is increased with XP speed upgrades. So I guess we got to look at those upgrades at some point. I know we need one of these molds as well. So let's actually go ahead and grab a bucket of EXP, which we happen to have lots of. So let's go ahead and grab this puppy right here. And I want to see if I can actually use this to spawn in, I guess, skeletons. Well, they're skeletons, right? And start that process, right? So something we need for sure. Oh, I already grabbed this. Why am I trying to grab another? We need a mold here. So let's do that there. Sweet. That looks like it's just wrapped with itself. And then we'll go ahead and see if we can turn this experience into this little, what is it here? Jelly baby molds, basically, is what we're going to do. Go ahead and hunt down an item pipe here. We'll just use, which ones? We'll use these ones. That looks good. And try this out. Like I said, I've never done this before, so a little bit of a learning experience on this one. Go ahead and grab the solidifier, I guess. We'll put it right here for now. Probably change this later on. I'll probably end up pulling all the fluids that we're producing into refined storage at some point, but I want to get everything moved first before we do that, so I don't have to do that kind of work 2 times, because it's kind of a pain when you do that. I guess we need fluid pipes for this too, not item pipes. We need fluid right here. That'd be much better. Do that. Then we want to grab a wrench and then just pump into that. Oh, don't hold shift, system. I always do that. Anyway, let's do that there. And then I guess set the extract. There we go. It's actually here. Now, does this take power? Does not look like it, actually. So we go ahead, put that in there. Is that on? There you go. It's going to start making these XP mold jelly babies, which is really cool, right? Oh, it has to move them too before it can produce another one? Is that how that works? It is too. Okay. And you can push, and it said like east, west, north, south. Okay, so that handles that part. Let's go ahead and grab like a temporary, I guess, drawer or chest. Let's just do a drawer for now. Drawer, grab one of them. That's good. And we'll start storing those things up. We don't need that experience for enchanting right now, but we will later on. But anyway, not this second. It has to be, it's going to be a little jank no matter how I do it right now, but that's good right there. That's cool. Oh, it's kind of animated too. What's it look like when it's working? I want to see that. We need to go to this here, I guess. Oh, nice. Oh, you can actually kind of see it press. It's actually kind of awesome. I like that. Look at that, man. We're making jellies. I think we can use these just for experience too. Like if I pick one up, right? Let's see there. Consume jelly, XP value, 50. And I think, yeah, you can probably hold shift and eat them all, right? Is it hold shift? Yeah, you can hold shift and eat them all. And each one of them will give you experience. So really cool there. So we started that process. Next thing I think we need is, I shouldn't have probably eaten those. I think we need a couple blocks here of it to be able to make one of these here. An entity spawner. Actually, we'll give that a couple seconds here. I know I need a chicken, so let's go ahead and work on a chicken here. Let's do that. I killed off all my chickens because I'm dirt, but anyway, go ahead and grab a bait here. We want the chicken bait. It is the red one. Let's go ahead and grab like 2 of them. Go ahead and run over here. And should be able to do it around our farm. Now, when you put these down, you see that the bait will work in this environment. Move out of range so you don't scare the animals. Basically, you want some dirt around it. You want some water around it. Usually want some crops and some other stuff around it. And then they'll work. If they don't have, like, it is sometimes give you an error saying that it won't work in that area. Just means you need to change the environment to what the chickens would normally like, which would be probably just grass, water, and maybe some crops. But anyway, let's run over here and see if we actually get him. Should see it on the map if it actually works. But anyway, usually doesn't take too long. Hopefully it goes pretty quickly. I don't see an entity yet. Are you gonna spawn for me? Come on, don't be a derp. Is it gonna work? It's not working. Oh, it got killed. I have to say too, this thing, I haven't seen any more of the slimes teleport past here, and I haven't updated the pack yet, so I'm not sure how this is working, but for some reason I'm not getting them anymore. I don't know what's going on. Run with no redstone, run with redstone. That'll turn it off for now. I guess I have to get myself another chicken. There you go. I guess I'll have to wait until we get a chicken again. Okay, I gone ahead and made us one of these here, a mob swab. We'll need that. We'll also need a seed. Let's go ahead and grab one of them. We'll need a bucket of experience as well. So let's go ahead and grab a bucket. That is good. Then I think I had to craft these up the blocks. So let's go ahead and make 2 of those blocks right there. That looks good. I'll put the rest of them inside of the back to the drawer, I guess. So let's do that. Sweet, in there. And that should be good. And what else do we need to do here? I think we have to go to the nether next, is probably the plan, right? So we have that, we have that, we have this. The nether should be much easier this time. We shouldn't have any issues at all. I know the first time I came here, I died pretty swiftly. But yeah, I don't think I'll have an issue this time. So let's see how it works out here. But I think it should be pretty easy. We just need to hunt down a wither skeleton really quickly. So it shouldn't be too long. Last time there were tons of them around. And I think we should be okay. So let's go ahead and see if we can find one here. Probably grab our sword real quick. We got ashes flying around all those places. And we've got all that stuff. Got everything except for what I need here. I'm immune to fire damage anyway, so I'm not even that concerned, right? I see some skeletons there. There you go. Let's go ahead and hunt them down. Let's just dodge those guys real quick. Hit this guy with that. Is it right click? You got a right click. There you go. Notice that the swab is green now. That is actually what we want to see. We should be able to head back and actually craft this really quickly. I could get beheading too on a weapon, I guess, and make it so we can get their skulls a lot easier, I guess, with our swords, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. I think we can do that with the mob masher anyway. We just make the upgrades. I think there's a beheading upgrade for that, so we can do it that way, which is really good. Anyway, let's head back and see if we can get this crafted here. I saw there was a issue with the recipe. Like, it's not, I don't know if it's disabled, but we're about to find out. I don't think it's disabled because they let us do the cursed soil, right? So that's fine, but usually you get a GM chicken feed, right? And that's what I'm trying to make, as opposed to the one we made previously, which was the cursed version, right? And yeah, we'll see if we're able to make this right now. Anyway, we'll kind of see if this is still a working recipe. I need a bucket of liquid too, so let's go ahead and grab a bucket of experience before it's gone. That's good. Go ahead and see if we can craft this up here. I forget how it goes too. I think we need some dirt too, right? Go ahead and grab a dirt. I think it's this here. That, this, or is it not? Actually, I forget how this works. Is it this? Maybe there's an order to it? I thought this was the recipe. Maybe it's a seed. Oh, there it is there. It was a seed. I don't know why I thought it was dirt. So you can still do the recipe. I guess it doesn't matter where you put it either. It's shapeless. So you can still make it, but that's fine. But you go to, I guess, R on this. You can't see this. And if you go to, I guess, feed. You would think this was disabled, right? So, but you can obviously do it, and that's really cool. Now, if I run to that chicken, I can hunt him down. He was here a second ago. He is right here. We're going to go ahead and use that on him. There you go. And we got ourselves a wither skeleton spawn egg. And with that, I think we can actually spawn in wither skeletons. So we're going to need this thing here. What do we need here? Not that thing. We need this thing, right? Go ahead and grab that, hopefully. Sweet, and then we're going to have to do a little platform, I guess, underneath to be able to, I guess, put it into the mob farm. I want to look at the interface real quick, though. So, looks like, I think the egg will go up here, right? Then we'll have to have the jelly babies down here. I have no idea what these slots here are for. Probably actually for the upgrades. These are probably upgrade slots, right? Then we can set an offset, right? And can we, like, show an area? Because I want to put it underneath the mob farm and kind of spawn them inside the mob farm. That's kind of the plan. And, yeah, I don't know how many of the actual kind of little jelly babies is going to take to spawn them in, but I guess we'll find out in a second. But definitely something I want to try out. So I think I have just about everything we need here to kind of get this going. So let's go ahead and grab this. We'll need to pump up here real quick. We're going to have to move these jelly babies into this thing kind of wirelessly. So we're just going to use some of these here. The item transfer node again. Then we'll just use a, I guess, a item cable. Don't hold shift this time, system. There you go. Then we'll go ahead and grab ourselves a wrench. Pull that out. And that should start buffering inside of that, right? That's good. Then we'll have to set a target for this, right? That'll be, I guess, downstairs, right? So we'll do that there. And I think that's good for up here. That'll handle all that. We could make some speed upgrades for this too. Did it say they were like XP speeds? Maybe these ones? What do they need? They're actually not bad at all. So I may make some of those because this thing seems a little slow. Although I don't know if I want it super fast either. So I guess we'll see how it works here. Anyway, let's go down here, I suppose. Find a spot kind of central. Maybe like right there, kind of in the middle of the dirt. Go ahead and see if we just put that right there. Then I guess we'd want the offset to be up 1 for sure. We'll do that as well. Then I guess we just need to set the GPS target, right? Oh, I'll have to hold shift when I do this too. It's going to be jank again. There we go. There we go. We'll jump back up and see if this starts working here. So we go ahead and put this into here, right? Don't know if that's moving yet. Didn't look like the numbers changed at all, but I guess we're going to find out here. So that's good. So that's good, and that's good. What am I missing here? I am missing something that I don't understand. Super XP. I have the egg. I have that. I have the area shown, right? Should be able to see the area is inside the mob farm. Oh, it's inside the dirt. Oh, did I not set the offset? I thought I did. No, that should work. Wait, I'm seeing like a weird particle effect. I did something wrong here. Obviously. Maybe it can't go through a solid block. Maybe this won't work. Maybe I'll have to try it outside of the mob farm and maybe have its little independent setup. Maybe that is the issue. Let's go ahead and try this again. I have this one down here now. So I do that. Check this out. I understand why it didn't work in the mob farm. I thought I'd put a space between the entity spawner and not. It looks like we're need I would have had to break one of the dirts and then I could have probably fit that in there. But I want to make sure it's working first, right? So see if there's any limitations or anything like that, I guess. As well, it's probably a good idea. I don't know if it's going to be affected by light either. I guess that's an issue as well. Guess we'll figure that out. But anyway, we should be able to, I guess, throw this in here. And then the GPS data card I have on me still for whatever reason. Let's go ahead and pop this in here. Also, it's not working. So that isn't good. Maybe it needs a redstone signal too. I guess we'll figure that out. Go ahead and do this. Go ahead and grab a lever. I know this mod likes its redstone signals, so that's quite possible. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab a lever. Sweet, right here. Cool. And then see if this actually works here. Do that. Maybe this right here. Ah, there you go. Oh, that's super cool. And we're probably going to get them here in a second. Aha. So it does work. That's cool. So how much does it use per? Is it only 1 per? If so, that's awesome. Yeah, it's only 1. And we'd be able to make speed upgrades for that as well. I actually really like those particles on it too. It's kind of like a little bit of a galaxy field type deal. Anyway, that is a really easy way to get you with a skeleton cell. I did make a bunch of beheading upgrades for the other thing as well. So I may go ahead and try moving this one more time. Now I fully know how it works here. Maybe I should turn that off for a second. There you go. And seeing if I can actually get into the mob farm. My only issue now is I have to make sure it doesn't bleed light into the mob farm from the bottom. So if this thing bleeds light, I guess it's an issue. If it doesn't bleed light, then we're fine. And okay, I have it all set up here. You can see there's a wither skeleton going there. He's actually getting killed, and it's doing what it needs to. So yeah, it's super simple actually. So same as before, except for now with a lever and the offset set. And then, yeah, I just had to put it in the floor. So I lost 1 piece of dreadful dirt, I guess, in the process. But at the same time, we're actually already getting automated wither skeletons, which is working out really well for us actually. If we head down here for a sec, let's do that. I'm gonna have to break that. Actually, let's turn on our magnet this time. Let's do this. Here we go. Go ahead and break you. Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these beheading upgrades in here as well. So let's do so. Go ahead and pump that up there. And that should make it so we get a good amount of skulls as well. Oh, wow. We are totally backed up here too. I didn't even see that. I'll have to deal with that real quick. But that works out either way. I guess I'll have to set up filtering for things like necrotic bones and stuff. Oh, I have this one set up to do the killing right now too. Let's switch that. Let's actually turn this one off for now. Do that. Then switch back to the mob basher as opposed to that. Okay, so this here. There we go. This should start working just fine. Also, let's turn this off, right? Here we go. And we should start seeing new drops in here, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping anyway with the skeletons, right? Here goes another one. And yeah, it's working out. I'm actually picking up everything too. I got the wither skeleton skulls. I want to see a bone or something come in there just so I know they're actually dropping their stuff, right? So yeah, I totally forgot about our filter chest. I totally forgot about not this filter chest, but buffer chest. So that's where the entity spawner went. So that's the thing. As well as new skulls here. We're getting a whole bunch of coal as well, because apparently I don't have that filtered. So go ahead and add that to the filter. But you see here, I already have a stack of skulls too. So they're coming in. So it's doing exactly what it needs to. I just don't have things properly filtered. So yeah, I kind of forgot I had to do this. But anyway, get it done, and then I won't have to worry about it anymore. But yeah, totally working. It's working pretty awesome, actually. I think we already have over a stack of the skulls. So that is not too bad. Do that and that. Drop you off, and you off. You should be good as well. And good all around. Look at that, man. That's awesome. I'll have to come back and work on this now. Actually, I think at this point, too, I may just go ahead and just enchant all these armors and then filter them off. I don't even know if there's any enchantments on there that I want. But I was kind of holding on to them just in case I hit any enchantments I wanted. Mainly, I wanted protection. I may pull the protections off and then throw away the rest, to be honest. But either way, really good. And in here, let's go to skulls. We have none in the system because they're stuck in here, right? There we go. We have over 80. Let's need to go ahead and set up some drawers here. And we're good to go. So it is totally working. It is totally working. And I hit new stuff, so I derped a little. I know some people are like, oh, system, he derps all the time. No, I'm the guy who doesn't edit out all his derps. That's all it is. But I'm human. I like to show I'm human. And I make errors like everyone else. But anyway, that's cool. That's awesome. And we got a pretty good setup now to actually get us a good amount of resources from, I guess, wither skeletons, which is awesome. And we'll be able to get into wither stuff pretty soon. But I think I'm going to go ahead and actually end this one here. So as always, guys, like this video, please hit that like button. Really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Later.